Okay. Move. Bah. Move. Morning everybody, well, we're back in the woods. Today I've got Lady and Bill with me and we're going to cut a few logs. It's a beautiful day, it's not that warm, it's like 55 degrees, but it's still a great day for working. It's supposed to warm up quite a bit today and even later on in the week. And we actually have some hay to put in later on too, if things go well. So anyways, we're going to be cutting some trees today. We have to cut some tamarack trees for the Amish sawmill that I'm dealing with, and we'll take some pine up there also. But we also have a friend of ours that has a need for some 1 by 10 by 14 foot for board and batten for a customer that he has. So I'm going to try to cut a few logs for him also. This is a pine plantation that I'm going to kind of explain how I'm cutting it as we go along. So let's get geared up and head into the woods and cut some trees. Okay, we're ready to get started. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my gear. I said I gotta get my gear on. Basically, all I have for gear is some logging chaps and hard hat. I do carry this tape measure with me. That is kind of handy. But anyways, we're gonna go to cutting. I have a bunch of stuff I'd like to explain how I'm doing things in here, but I'm gonna do it more as a talk over. So I can actually be working and then explain what I'm doing as I go along. I hope you enjoy the way I do that. It's just so much easier for me than to do it while I'm actually doing it, because I have to think more, and if I just wait and do it when I'm editing the film, I can see what I'm doing and explain what I'm doing. For a lot of people just have never seen this before, so it's all new to them. But anyways, I want to talk about one thing real quick before we get to cutting. I actually had a new friend of ours come up last week for a visit from Boston. Hi John. And him and I went around to some of the Amish in our area, and we're so fortunate to have the Amish in the area. And one reason is because I broke my axe last week while I was pounding in a wedge. And so I had to go get a new handle on my axe. So I went to this one Amish guy, Dave, and he had a handle there, and the handle was written right on it, $11. So I went back the next day because he said he'd put the handle in for me and he'd actually sharpen up my axe. So we sharpened up my axe, put a new handle in it, and charged me $2. Now where are you going to go anywhere to have all that done for $2? So I did give him a little bit more than that because I felt bad about that was pretty darn cheap. So anyways, it's just we're so fortunate to have the Amish around, because they do so many different things that I can use their services quite a bit, and I really like that. So anyways, let's get to cutting some trees down.
This section of the property is a plantation that the former owners planted years ago, and it's been a very difficult plantation to know how to cut. I've cut in here several times trying to get the junk out of here so the good stuff will grow, but I'm having so much red rot issues in this pine plantation. So as you can see, all these trees I got to butt them off, and sometimes the whole tree is red rot, just not very good. So it's very difficult to know how to cut. And we've kind of come to the conclusion now that we've got to cut it really heavy. So we're cutting actually most of these trees out of here. Even the nice tamarack that I'm cutting right here now is still going to be just a few trees left, and we're just afraid the wind will blow them down if we leave them too. So we're probably going to cut over the course of time pretty well everything here. Now here's another tree that obviously has some serious problems with all these holes in it. It's just not much good at all. So we'll cut that one down. Fortunately, we're seeing a lot of regeneration in here. This is a nice tamarack tree that's starting up and doing quite well. Over here there's a little spruce tree that might not do that good, but it's still growing good right now. Then here's a nice pine sapling that's coming along. The tamarack seems to really do the best in on this ground. So we'll get this one down and see what it looks like while it's on the ground. Okay, it's on the ground. I butted off about 2-3 feet, and as you can see, there's quite a rotten spot in it, but there's still quite a lot of nice wood on that one side. So this whole log all the way up through where there's holes in it, I won't be able to sell it to the Amish sawmill. I'll just take it back to my place and try to salvage what I can out of it. If I have a nice straight road, a lot of times I will pull out full trees at a time, but this tamarack, of course, is kind of crossways to the road, so I had to cut it in half. So I'm still going to take the whole tree, but in 2 pieces. Because of the angle of my turn here, I've got to be careful. So as you can see, I will hitch the left log, the butt log, quite tight, and then the other log I'm going to have quite a lot of slack in the chain, because if I kept it too tight it could actually roll right up on top of my tire and cause some troubles as I am going at this angle. So here I am just scaling the logs and marking on the ends how many board feet is in it with my handy scale stick here. And we ended up with a little over 1,000 feet on this load. And last week I was able to take a truckload of logs up to the mill, but they sawed some of the tamarack up. You need some 6x6s, and we were shy 2 10-footers, so he asked if I could bring down 2 logs to finish up that order. So that's why I'm just doing this load here, and I'm going to just tow this load up with my pickup up to the sawmill. But most of the time I prefer unloading it on the landing where the truck can get to, and then have the trucker haul it up for me. Well, I had a great morning in the woods today. I hope you all had a great day today too. Thanks for watching.